now that she's coming on. Oh, Robin.
Hey.
I signed on in like 2 minutes up, and I was like, okay, where is everybody?
I just hiked up my driveway. They're scraping our driveway. I had to move my car.
Oh, no.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Good afternoon. I thought I'd drop into Spruce Pine today.
Man,
Great.
you never know
We're glad
who'll
you're
show
here.
up, huh?
That's it.
I got to run and get my lunch a minute. I'll be right back.
Tim, how you been doing? You're in Colorado still, right?
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah,
How's it going?
doing all right. I finally, I got in line and got my first vaccine shot Saturday.
Oh, lucky you.
So we're moving along.
Lucky you. Yeah, I unfortunately will probably have my first shot in May or June at this rate.
You don't have enough birthdays. That's the problem.
That is my problem. You are exactly right.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing their mail and getting their lunches together.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but it's kind of that tax time. Everything's starting to roll in.
I know. I looked at mine and going like, man, I go, there's more junk.
I don't know how these institutions are able to screw up the 1099 so bad that it seems like everybody sends you something corrected. Like, don't even believe the first one when you get it.
Hey, finally junk.
Hey, Chuck, how are you?
He probably didn't turn his sound on either.
Yeah. Hey, George.
Hey,
How we doing?
good, how are y'all?
Sorry, I couldn't come up with some amazing deal for that shed, but unfortunately, it's not a high discount item.
Yeah, I know, that's a shame.
Yeah, well, I tried.
I know, good try.
Yeah, I mean, I ended up your discount's better than my discount. That doesn't happen too often.
I know, because every time I see Bob, he's always bragging about his Lowe's discount to me, so.
Well, when it's pure materials, it's different. This is kind of like a kit in a box. It's not like just lumber that you're buying.
Yeah. How did Tim get a damn password to get in here?
I knew somebody in a high place.
Hey, Tim.
Gave me information.
Hey, Tim, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Yeah.
Good.
Don't get cold your way, Tim.
Yeah, it's an unusual climate here in Colorado. I spent a lot of time in Montana, and it gets to be winter. It's winter. Well, here it changes a lot. Yesterday it was 63 degrees. Very nice. Everybody's out. And this morning it was 15 inches of snow on the ground. It changes
Oh my
quickly.
gosh.
That sounds like here.
Yeah, I thought it only happened in the mountains of Western North Carolina.
Oh,
Yeah, this is the first day it's been above freezing in several days.
Yeah. It's cold.
And
It
where are
was
you
17
located,
this
Tim?
morning.
I'm about 20 miles southeast of Denver
Okay.
in a town called Parker, which is a very small town that's turned into a huge bedroom community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They all have, haven't they?
Yeah, I think that's true.
Hey, George, you'd be so proud of me. I got me a snow guy with a plow on the front of his truck, clean my driveway.
That's a good move.
I know you were worried.
We were out of town, got up we couldn't get back home Tuesday and got up yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and then the pipes were frozen.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Oh, no.
Did you walk up your hill?
No, we got up Wednesday. We drove up Wednesday, but we couldn't get up Tuesday.
Where'd you go on Tuesday?
Wow.
We were in Charlotte on Monday, and we were planning on spending the night, so we weren't coming back till Tuesday, but then we called the neighbors and they said, don't even try coming back up. So.
I got you. So is this the pipes in the basement?
No, it's a well. So it was a pipe at the wellhead froze, but it's pecked. It was pecked.
Oh, wow.
So it's just thawing it out. Was all
No
we could
damage.
do. Huh?
Well, that's good. No damage.
No damage. No,
Good.
just ego.
Yeah.
The peck stuff's pretty good. I think someone told me it can expand like 5 times its size and not bust.
Yeah.
We've got a pretty good crew so far.
Yeah.
Still early.
I see Bill Carson's name, but no Bill Carson.
He was there a minute ago.
Yeah.
He's going to be embarrassed if he wins again.
That's
I don't
Bill
think he was
Carson.
embarrassed the first time.
How about you, Alex? How's your house coming?
Good. We got floor decking up now. So now we're just hoping to get some walls up. So it's going slowly
Nice.
but surely.
Yeah.
That's good.
Are they having any kind of problem getting product?
No, not yet. It just takes a while, like our floor joists, the floor trusses took 8 weeks to get it. Just everybody's backed up.
Hmm.
Just a lot of building going on. It's amazing.
And I think they're all at Lake James.
I do too.
Hey, Alex, what are you doing to your house?
I'm building a new one.
What was that one not big enough for you?
No, I just needed a place to run swim at the lake. So we're building a lake house. We're gonna keep this house.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah, if Deb runs me off, I have a fun place to go.
Yeah.
She didn't tell you she was kicking you out of which house and which house you were going to.
Yeah. If
No,
I was
I
going to
think
kick you out,
I think if one gets kicked out, we'll argue over the lake house.
that's what I'd say. I'd want to go where the toys are.
Do you ever get kicked out, Cindy, and go to your
No.
lake house?
No, but at least I have it that I could go.
It gives you the freedom to be a little bit more aggressive, doesn't it, Cindy?
Right. You can be sassy all you want because you got
Yeah.
a place to go.
Cindy, have you seen the lake this low before ever?
No, I haven't. And when you come down there and turn left at the landing, it is just, it's just mud. I have never seen it this low. The people that are in that campground, I don't even think they could boat out. It's just so low. Unbelievable.
It is. This be a good time to walk around and look for stuff.
Yeah, but geez, it's so low. I wouldn't want to be in that front part for anything.
No,
What's
it
the cause of that?
They
That's
take the
low
water
water
out for
level.
winter and just, they let the dam out. And then hopefully when we have all the spring rain, which we usually do, then it fills back up again. But that's a water source for people below the Lake James. So it just says they just take it all out. It's crazy.
It looks like it's down at my dock about 4 feet.
Yeah, it's nuts. We did walk down there. Sorry, cuckoo clock. We walked down there the other day just to see if where our slip is, if it's still in water, and it is. But if the front people had their boats in, they'd be beached.
Wow,
It's low.
it is.
Well, around 03 and 04, the lake levels were really low due to a drought. Is it that situation or is it worse?
No, it's not a drought.
No, they just take the water out in the
Oh.
winter. They do it on
Okay.
purpose. They do it every year. It's just that this year, for some reason, they've taken a lot.
But if you ever go to Fontana, out toward Fontana Lake, they let theirs down like 40 feet.
Wow.
Right.
Well, if any
Yeah.
consolation, the last hurricane we had in Tampa, the water was supposed to go up at a 10-foot storm surge, and it turned around and sucked out 300 yards of water from the shoreline. So it literally went
Oh,
the
gosh.
complete opposite. So we were literally out walking on the bay for about 300 yards off of
Wow.
the road. And they kept saying, it's going to turn around. You're going to have to run.
Mm.
Apparently it didn't.
I don't know. We sold the house and moved. Does that count?
Oh, okay.
Our house was 6 foot above sea level and the storm surge was supposed to be 10. You do the math. That wasn't going to be a pleasant
Oh,
experience.
wow. No, not at all. Wow. Probably a smart move.
That's what my wife says.
Well, Bill's back again. Hey, Bill.
George,
Hey, Bill.
You came, you left, you came back, and you left again. I thought maybe you got mad at us.
oh, we're in the middle of a visit from a nurse to get a couple things straightened out with our care of Judy.
Great. Great.
Hope that's going well.
It is. Thank you.
We're missing a few folks that usually show up. Maybe we'll get some more showing up. It's only the 13 after, so. We
I
need
saw,
our Florida guys to show up.
yeah,
Where are they?
I saw Bing today
Oh, gosh.
On
Haven't seen him
Zoom.
Forever.
on Zoom. And he said, I
Yeah.
asked him about coming and he said, I have 3 or 4 Zoom meetings every single day,
Yeah.
at least. And he said, if I get on Zoom for Rotary, I don't even get to go out and pick up my lunch. So he said, I'll be back. But he said 90% of his meetings with clients are on Zoom.
He looked different too, didn't he,
Oh,
Robert?
yeah, it looks like he's about 16 with that long hair. He's not gotten a haircut.
Well, he looks 19 with short hair. It's all relative.
Yeah. I agree with you.
You think
got a
growing hair makes
13-year-old
you look
daughter.
younger? You think growing hair makes you look younger?
I don't know. It sure did him.
It's not a ponytail, is it?
You ought to try it, Bill. See what happens.
It's not as long as Nelson's. It's about as long as mine, but it's kind of wavy.
Wow.
Wow.
And
Why is
little,
he doing
his little scruffy beard.
Beard.
He
Wow.
looks like a beatnik.
Is it his midlife crisis? Is that what's going
Yeah,
on?
why is he doing that?
He just hadn't had his hair cut since COVID started.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
what mine is.
Yep. Mercy. Bet he looks different in a 3-piece suit with all that hair, so.
I'm not sure he had a suit on either, since he's not meeting with people in person.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
changed.
maybe not.
Remember when Bing was the most clean cut person in the meeting, and that now
Exactly.
he's the opposite.
Yeah.
Actually, when he's on Zoom, he's wearing a tie but no pants. So don't ask.
No
him.
pants, yeah.
Almost sweat.
Don't ask him to stand up.
I remember talking to him one day at lunch and we were talking about Paul McCartney and he had no idea who that was.
Oh, come on.
And
Really?
I just looked at him and I said, what did you say? He says, who is Paul McCartney? And I just sort of looked at him and he says, oh, is that one of the Beatles? I said, oh my gosh, Bing, how old are you? You've been under a rock.
Well,
Oh, my
yeah,
Lord.
but he did his own. I mean, he had Paul McCartney and Wings for years after that.
Of course he did. It was just so funny. I said, you gotta be kidding me. It made me feel really old and him really stupid, I think. So I don't know.
Okay, Robin, I'll fess up. My wife and my first date was a Paul McCartney movie. For those of you
Oh.
who remember it,
Oh,
I
what was
love
it
it.
called? That was a Band on the Run. What was the Paul McCartney movie in the early '80s? I don't.
Well, that
It
was
was
an
our. It
album.
was
I
our.
remember the Beatles movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yellow
don't know.
Submarine and
I'm showing
Hard Day's
my
Night.
age.
Huh.
Hey, Chuck, I think we need to make a rule that, on the 4-way test and all the stuff that we do, everybody can do it sitting down, right? Nobody has to stand.
That's right. We don't want to expose anything.
What are you not wearing, Bob?
Oh, no.
Is it the
I have on
truth?
jeans.
Is it the truth? Yeah, it's the truth. I
Yeah.
got my sweats on. Yeah. Well, speaking of which, we can go ahead and get started. 12:17. Mr. Alex, would you be so kind as to lead us in prayer and pledge allegiance?
Sure. Let's
Thank-
pray. Lord, we just thank you for this day where it's warming up a little bit and just help those that had problems with the cold and just help those needy people and just thank you for Rotary and all you do for us. And we pray for everybody's health in the club. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, do we have a flag?
We do. Nelson has it up.
Okay. I pledge allegiance to
To
the flag of the
the
United States
United
America.
and to the
To the
republic
republic
which
For which
and
States,
one
one
nation
one
nation,
nation,
under God,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with
liberty
liberty
and
and justice for all.
All right. Well, today's Assembly Day, and so maybe we'll save some of the announcements until we get into that segment. Jump right into the happy dollars. See who has happy dollars. I think George should have one since he didn't lose everything in the cold while he's out of town.
I do. You got happy dollar for making it back home.
I called it all into the
Excellent.
pharmacy. Hopefully they'll have it ready for you later.
I've got one.
Yeah.
My daughter got a new job. She's going to be working for the Chamber of Commerce as their content director, which is what she got her master's degree in, that type of stuff. So she just 100 people applied for the job and she got it. So I'm really proud.
Oh, Marvin, that's awesome.
Where is
I'm
that,
so-
Marvin?
I'm so proud
So
of her.
she's gonna still be around.
Asheville Chamber of Commerce.
Asheville.
Oh, that's
Asheville.
awesome.
Great.
Well, that's not too far.
When I married her.
Oh,
So
really?
she's leaving the
Wow.
paper then.
I guess we all
Yes.
were.
She's working a 2-week notice now.
This one over
Boy,
here.
the newspaper's losing people left and right.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness, no.
Well, good for her.
But she's had a good experience with the Mitchell News Journal. I hope you
Yeah.
did too, Sandy.
Yeah,
She's done a
I
good
did.
job.
I did.
Job. Yeah.
Now, is she still gonna live at home, Marvin, or is she gonna have to move?
Well, her boyfriend's family is there in Asheville, and so she
Oh,
can
okay.
stay part of the time there and part of the time back with us. So she's
Oh,
going
well,
to be
that's good.
splitting her
Okay, well,
time.
perfect. Well, good for her. I'm very proud of her. That's awesome.
Fledging a little bit out of the nest, but not totally. So that's good. Any other happy dollars?
I would have thought Bob would be happy about that snowplow guy.
What did I do now? What did I do? I should say. You mean on the snowplow guy? Yeah, I'll throw $1 in for the snowplow guy. Y'all have no idea how hard it is to find somebody if you don't have one today.
Well, I'll throw $1 in just because it is sunshiny out there and we have a little bit of warmth today. It's been pretty darn bitter out there. So $1 for me, Miss Robin.
Back that nice weather up with another $1.
I'll put a happy dollar in for the win we got with the cold, because it actually helped out where we were at, taking the snow down where it didn't have to be plowed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I bet it did happen that way, didn't it? That's good.
Yeah. Well, and actually there wasn't any drips either in the road or anything.
Well, that's good.
You guys might be interested in knowing that I actually had to cover my plants last night outside
Oh, no.
here in Central Florida. But we're not
Wow.
complaining. We're not complaining.
Well, at least you saved them. That's good.
Yes.
There's a 3-hour project.
Yeah, really. Exactly.
And then you have to go pick them back up
You're right. Yep.
and then wash them and all that. So
You need a greenhouse.
Who?
You, Bill, you need a greenhouse for
You
all
know
your
what?
plants.
Barbara, my gardener farmer wife, fabricates a greenhouse. She does, and with her hoop houses.
Right.
She is an amazing organic gardener. So we eat wonderfully well up in the mountains, and we look forward to coming back to that garden.
Yep. She's pretty good at that, I know.
She likes it.
Nelson has a giant greenhouse or pieces to it.
I've got pieces to it. It's not up yet. It's going to be 20 foot wide by 96 feet long.
Oh,
Wow.
good Lord.
Wow. What are you
You must
growing?
be, yeah, cultivating something here, huh?
Yes,
That's right.
vegetables.
I
Yeah.
asked him, was it legal?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Depends on what stage.
The
We
green,
haven't got there yet.
greenhouse is legal.
yeah.
So were the plants in California.
I just calculated my pond was 95,000 gallons. So if you need some to fill up the lake down there, let me know. It'll run downhill.
Very easily. Well, any other happy dollars?
I'll throw in a happy dollar just because I'm just happy.
It's good to be happy.
Happy to be back with you folks. I've missed the last
Yeah.
3 weeks, so
We've missed you.
always good to see you.
I'll throw in a happy dollar because we're seeing our friend Tim.
Yes.
Yes.
Joining
Glad
us
to
from
be,
Colorado.
glad to be here. And I put a dollar, but I don't feel like writing a check for $1 and spend 50 cents to send it.
Robin, I'll put in a happy dollar because Tim's broke.
Tim, you can put it in an IOU
Yep.
Oh, I guess I could do that. A virtual
Yeah.
IOU.
and accumulate them.
2 happy dollars here. We got vaccinated yesterday.
Oh,
Good.
did you?
Yay.
That's
Great.
great. We have not.
But,
We have.
I want to.
Hey,
I just haven't been able to.
Bill, you're
Oh,
on mute.
you didn't turn into a monkey, did you?
Bill Carson,
I was one.
you're on mute.
He can't hear you.
Nope.
Well,
Still on mute.
I can't unmute him.
There you
How's
go.
that?
There you
That's
Now you
better.
can. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yes, I have a happy dollar. Yesterday, I went to see my skin doctor and had my car for its regular checkup, and both of us passed.
Well, good.
So that's $2, right?
Yeah. So you,
Okay, $2.
so you still got skin and it's still okay. That's good.
We got a tough crowd, Chuck. You gotta work the crowd.
Right.
Yeah, we kind of pulling those dollars out of the woodwork right now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good because we got to talk about our budget here in a minute. So,
Oh, boy.
oh, no, it looks good. It looks good.
Yeah.
But do we have anybody that wants to join the spin the wheel?
It's not
not
permanent
already
down
in it.
there.
You got me permanent, don't you?
Let's see, Bill, I do.
Wonderful.
I
Very good.
bill you every week, even when you're not here.
It's okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Let me know if I win, though.
We
do.
will.
All right, Mr. Glover, you want to start the spin for us?
Here we go.
Who was last week?
14.
14, no one.
Wow.
All right, spin number 2.
Nope. Actually, we'll finish and then I'll tell Bill something.
71.
Nope,
71. All right.
See if you can get 3 in a row, Alex.
that was 3, wasn't it?
That's 2.
59.
Those two.
Oh, 59. 59 is nobody.
Wow.
Actually, Mr. Falco, you won last week.
Yep.
Did I really? I like
You
that
won-
email notice.
You won $6.
Wow. Gosh, and I won the last time I joined you guys. Just pass it on to the blue kettle.
All right.
Thank you.
Somebody said to
What's
do
that
that.
blue
so-
kettle called, Bill?
Alzheimer's, right? You know what? I'm gonna have to admit that I'm not sure.
I have
It's
to.
the cart program.
Cart.
I
Thank
have
you.
to total up. I think we have more than last year. And I sent it in January last year, so I'll total it up this week and let y'all know next week how much we've got.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
That is great.
Well, let's roll into some business. And I know, just FYI, the Mitchell County Chamber yesterday voted to move forward with the gym show this year.
Really?
So for what it's worth, they are going to have the gym show, although it's moved back a little bit. I don't remember the dates exactly, but there was a conflict with the one down in Franklin and Hickory. Or anyway, they moved it, I think, closer to August. So I'll get you the exact dates. But they in doing the vote, they polled other gym shows in the area and with some of the vendors, and the general indication was that things are moving forward, that other shows are being held. The attendance is pretty good. People are masked. They're doing the safe distancing, and so they felt that they were good events. So I think we're in good steads to still consider ours later on in the summer. So then just we're talking about vaccines. You've probably all heard that here in Mitchell County, the health department was the only one that has been allocated vaccines for the next 3 weeks. The state is doing a 3-week allocation. So about every 3 weeks, they get notice from the feds as to how much the state is going to get, and then they're allocating on downstream. And as we mentioned last week, there's a very few vaccines that are coming into the state. Only about 90,000, 80-some thousand is being pushed out to the counties on their initial allocations. They are holding back a little bit extra to push for the historically marginalized populations. Unfortunately, Mitchell and Yancey has very, very, very few historically marginalized populations, which is Black and Hispanics. In our area, we don't have any American Indians to speak of. So because we have so few of that population, Mitchell and Yancey didn't get any of the extras that were being pushed out to some of the counties. So it's very disappointing. I think Mitchell County got 200, Yancey got 100 vaccines per week for the next 3 weeks. So two after this week. So yeah, very small. I mean, that's drop in the bucket. I just submitted an application. They said that you could ask for some for special events. So, again, we have very few of the marginalized population, and then there's further slice in that you have to address it. It's only available for 65 and over right now. So, I applied for 100 vaccines to address the over 65 Hispanic in the 2-county area. Maybe we'll get it, might not, probably won't, but we tried. So, we won't know until, I think, next week as to what the next 3-week allocation is going to be, and whether Blue Ridge Hospital and MCHP starts getting allocations, and also what the health department will be receiving.
So, Chuck, for those of us who have the second one coming up, will they do a mass thing like they did before and just allow people get their second one, or what?
Well, I don't know about the mass, Robin, but everything we've heard from the state and what we've seen so far is that the second doses have been set aside. They're coming.
Yeah.
So, like, we had a 500-person event 2 weeks ago, and so we'll get our 500, that week, when it's due, and so we'll be able to take care of those folks. So yeah, you shouldn't have to worry about getting your second dose or that it being there.
Robin, we already got a call from the health department and scheduled our second dose.
I bet you $1 those phone calls I've been getting, they didn't leave a message, was from them.
Could be.
Yeah, Alex,
I don't answer the phone if it's not a number I recognize.
yeah,
We
Alex,
answer that one.
what are they, Alex, my mom just got a phone call too from the health department and we missed it. Are they just calling to schedule them instead of just?
Well, when we were there and got our first shot, we already got the date we were supposed to get the second.
Right.
Yeah,
But
she
they
did.
called and gave us an appointment time.
Oh, okay, so that's what they're calling about.
Yes.
When we missed the call, we just need to get the appointment time.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'll call
Yeah, and
them.
it's, I've got my second Monday, so.
Did you feel bad afterwards, Chuck?
No, it's coming, this coming Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how about you? I'm hearing some aches and pains after the second one.
Yeah, and very kind of drowsy and no strength for about a day or two.
Yeah.
That's
Is that
it.
what you experienced, George?
It's what my daughter experienced, and my sister-in-law is here, and they said the second day they were so lethargic, they really had difficult time getting out of bed, but it's only lasts for a day and a half.
Chuck, did you see the article in the New York Times? It was not real positive on Mitchell County. Is there,
No.
didn't know? It was in about 3 days ago. No.
No.
Is there anything coming out saying the number of vaccines, in fact, is making our numbers better? Like there's a trend in the right direction yet?
Well, I mean, the number of tests we are doing is down considerably, and the rate of positives is down around 10% right now.
Hospital
Is that what you're
stays
talking about?
Number of cases and hospitalizations, are they
down.
Down
down.
some, yeah.
They're down?
But last week we had over 20 new cases every day.
Right.
I looked on that report, COVID reporter website, and
Mhm.
every day last week it was over 20.
And how many-
Go to Grassy Creek Hardware. You'll get it. Nobody else.
Yeah, no joke. That's
That's
true.
the most dangerous place in the county to be.
How many of the 20 a day were were hospitalized? Do we know?
I don't know. It's on that website. Let me see what the name of it is, because I have it bookmarked. Oh, I can't minimize. Let's see. I'll email it out to you. I can't minimize while this is recording, so.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
But it has a
I want to
daily,
get my first dose. I'm getting concerned. I'm the only one that doesn't have it yet.
Yeah, you need to get that.
I know, but there doesn't seem to be a place to get it at.
Hmm.
The
Yeah, I mean,
problem is you gotta be over 65. See, that's the problem.
I am. Thank you for saying that, though.
We don't believe you.
I think they're waiting on me to die before they said.
Can't be.
So we hope that we'll get some more and we can start having, vaccine events again. And
Hey,
I
Chuck,
hope
my
so. I'm beginning to feel a minority.
My mother had the first shot. And she didn't have any side effects at all until 10 days later. And then it turned red and swelled around her arm a little bit.
Wow.
And it's pretty much went away now. So that was a little odd, I thought.
Yeah. My sister did that too.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah. Her arm got real big and red.
Mom's didn't get real big. It just a little red and swollen. But what was odd, she came right away to show me. It was 10 days later, and she thought she was going to avoid all the side effects, but no. So,
Yeah.
So Chuck,
Yeah, it's interesting how it's impacting people differently.
they said that the shots are going to be given through CVS and Walgreens, but you're not getting them. How does CVS and Walgreens get them?
They came from the feds. So the feds are pushing them out to Walgreens. Of course, we don't have Walgreens here. Johnson City, I guess, is maybe the closest place. I don't think Weaverville even has a Walgreens.
There's CVS in Burnsville, though.
Yeah, there's a CVS in Spruce Pine.
Yeah.
Walgreens
Yeah.
and Ashland too.
Yeah. But
So does this,
I don't have much confidence that they're going to be able to push out a bunch in CVS. Yeah, that's not going to be a mass production there. I think the health department and us, we can do the 500. We could actually do 1,000 a day if we had the vaccines. But I don't see that coming to us anytime soon. But I did talk to the First Presbyterian Church today, and they're going to allow us to use. Well, she's got to double check, but very likely we'll use their facility, their driveway and parking lot to hold our event in Spruce Pine.
whenever that happens, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I hope I get on that list. I need to get, would feel more comfortable if I had at least one, and Dave too.
We'll make sure that all our good Rotary friends above 65 are on the list.
Okay, that'd be good.
Get you on the list there. So that's all the news on the vaccine. It's not good. It's very frustrating that we don't have any in this area, but it's coming. It will eventually. So we've got the Days Assembly Day, and Robin sent out the financials. Do you have the ability to throw them up there, Robin?
I was just looking. Give me a second. Well, that closed the video. So when that comes down, let's see. This is, I think the balance sheet is probably take another minute to open. Okay. Get back, share screen. So this is club money, and this is as of the end of January, and most everybody that paid their dues for January and February wasn't deposited until February the 1st. So it doesn't show on here. But this is for the year. So, we're doing fine. This is how much we've got in the checking account right here.
And the payment out, well, that will show that on the income statement.
Yeah, see, this is last.
Yeah.
Don't tell, this is supposed to be for the year. So now let me close that one and whoops. Okay. And open the foundation balance sheet. Okay. Changing which screen you share is not easy. You have to close one completely before you can open the other one. And this is how much we have in the bank, in the foundation, 25,338.
And refresh me again, the 8,000 that was put in, and the wash
this
there.
We didn't even do that within this calendar year, so I don't know why that's showing up. That was from the year before.
Yeah.
we got $8,000 for change, and then we put it back in.
But it's just a wash. It's just a wash because it's showing 8 out, 8 in.
Yeah,
It's
it's,
zero.
but it shouldn't show up from June 2020 to January 21.
Yeah, I know. What they do is they assume that you're doing the same bank liability
Yeah.
unless you take it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't hurt- but it's
Because
not
I
hurting
just,
numbers.
DACDB generates the report, so.
Yeah.
Oh, right there.
And then, you want to see anything else?
Well, it's a minor thing, but on your income statement, it seemed
Okay.
like there's 1,200 in loss, and on your balance sheet, you showed 690 in loss. But
Don't
if the-
ask me.
Okay.
I can show you that though. Let's see, income statement. Let me show you that so you can see it. I can tell you what it is. I mean, I know what the expenses are.
Yeah. It was
But
just interesting.
it generates it automatically, and
Yeah.
I don't understand bookkeeping. So, but these two payments here, it shows, you can see my little arrow, can you?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, 610, 6010, that's Rotary International dues for
Mhm.
6 months. And this 675 is district dues for 6 months. Now, this is only for January, the month of January, but those both come due in January and June. So that's what that was paid out. The $55 was, what was it? Don't know. I have to look it up in the checkbook. And $132 was Ace of Spades paid out.
Yeah.
In fact, the 132 was our share that went to the foundation. And then Tina returned her check, so that was voided. And then this month, the first day of this month, I wrote a check to the foundation from her, so that'll show up again next month. But I can look in the checkbook or in the statement and see what the office expense was. But we pay $10.95 a month for Zoom out of the club account. And I bought a roll of stamps. That's what that $55 is. It took me 5 years. It took us 5 years to use the last roll of stamps. So that'll last us.
Jeez.
So
That's
we
great.
got a good deal because we didn't pay 55 cents then for a roll.
Right.
Robin, you're doing a very good job.
Yes.
Thank you. I just put the numbers in when I write checks and when I make deposits, and the system generates all those reports.
Yeah.
Sometimes I know what they're saying and sometimes I don't. But everything balances.
Well, I think, it's, and thank you, Robin, for putting these together and doing that work. And it does show that we have our continue to be okay position. Obviously, we didn't bring any in this year, but we didn't spend any to speak of. And so now we got the shed that we're looking at. There's been a lot of conversation about that, and we should probably move forward on that. It looks like we have some good plans. So everybody still good with that and the picking up of the shed? And have we heard back from the garden club or the group there?
Yeah, I heard back from the lady that is in charge of that. She checked both with her members and her insurance company to make sure that they were okay with that. And so everybody's good with it. One of the things George came up with, and I've tried a couple of times to check into, is that there's a place called Pine View Buildings. It's right next to the Napa Auto Parts in the old Ford place. And they have a very nicely built shed for about $2,500, which isn't a whole lot different than what we're looking at expense-wise for building one. And honestly, I think the construction is probably better than the kit that we would get. So the disadvantage, of course, is that I was looking forward to getting together with everybody to put it together. So I've been off and on with the internet with my house here, so I'm not sure if there's been other discussion today about this, but part of the discussion about the shed kit was whether to get a window and whether not to, and whether we could get a discount or not. So I think honestly, we may be better going with the shed that's already built if we can get them down a little bit further on that price of $2,500.
And Marvin, keep in mind that price for the shed did not include the paint and the roof shingles and a
Roof
couple
edge.
of items. I think by the time you add it up, you're actually the same or more expensive for the kit than you are to just go out and buy it.
Yeah, all we'd have to do is put the foundation down, right, the blocks, and have that ready for them. Then they deliver it, put it on site, don't they?
Yeah,
They usually bring their own blocks and you just pay them for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the blocks were like $3 a piece or something is what I saw. They had some signage there. I haven't met with anybody there, but I did go by and look. And the one of the two that they have on site for the same price are open. They're just a little different color. So we'll let somebody else pick out the color, I guess, if we decided to go that route. But that seems like the best way.
Marvin, does it have windows? I would advise against windows. That there are a lot of people that walk down through there, and they would, with windows, it would be so much easier to break into it.
Yeah, well, that was an option with the kit. It didn't have to. It cost extra actually, but these don't have windows in them. But they are pre-wired for electricity. If you ran a generator out there, you could turn a light on in there. But it's the boards that they use there are insulated, and they're used full 2x4s, and the kit only uses 2x2s. So that's why I'm saying it's a better built shed actually.
I think that sounds great, Marvin. That's a good idea.
Well, I still hate that we can't get together and nail some nails together. That was going to be the fun part of it, I thought too, but it does make sense economically.
Well, we could be present.
We could be present, but we also don't want to be accused of a super spreader event.
Right. We could stand far apart in the field with
Yeah.
our masks on, with our double masks on.
Mm-hmm.
And Marvin, he might be inclined, like you say, to give us a little something. Being it's a Rotary, maybe he'd be inclined to, do a little donation discount or something.
Well, I still think your idea of trying to challenge the community to let them know that, that we're doing this, putting an ad in the paper may be worth the expense of that. If not, nothing else for the advertisement, even if nobody else contributes, just to let them know that we're still alive and that there's something going on.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea, Marvin. Yeah. So is that, Cindy, could you help us write up a newspaper ad?
Sure,
To
I can. Sharpen my newspaper old skills here. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure they give you the nonprofit rate, seeing as how we are, but probably what, $150, a 3x5 or something like that, maybe, or is that too much?
I think it needs to be something that catches their eye, doesn't get lost in the other stuff.
Okay, so the content would be a shed for the Mitchell County or what's the correct
garden.
name? Community garden, right? And we are asking for people that want to donate to our cause, correct?
We have a challenge. I think, George, you had the wording on that.
Well, you just say Rotary Spruce Pine is contributing to have a shed for the Mitchell Community Gardens, and we're challenging people in the community to match, to donate what they can to help us get to that goal.
Okay. All right. I'll throw something together, but I'll send it out before. Yeah. I'll send it to you and Chuck before to make sure I've got it right. And you too, Marvin. Make sure I've got it right. Because they can take the contents and put it in, we've got graphics people that do that in Franklin. So they can, actually do that. But it's just as long as they get the content right. So I will take care of that.
Get a little picture of a shed so that, or a little diagram, a drawing of it, catch their attention.
Okay,
It's 8 by 12. In case you want that.
okay. All right.
That's a nice big shed.
Perfect.
That's a lot of room.
And
I
the
will work on that.
the good news is we have the money, so, you know, it's just a leap of faith that we're gonna get some back from the community, but I mean, worst case, we're not in trouble.
No,
Where is this going to be located? The garden? Where is it currently located?
it's located in the Rotary Park. The grassy area across from the ballpark or adjacent to the ballpark area
Yes. Okay.
where the barbecue vendors were one year. So they have some raised garden beds in there now. I don't know what, 4? Is there 3 or 4?
6.
6? Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah, there's more than that.
Okay.
That's great. That's wonderful.
And they gave you the location, Marvin, or where to put it?
No, I'm still yet to hear back from there's a member of the team that is going to meet. I think he's with the May Coalition. But anyway, we're going to meet sometime and decide where to put it. So the things that I need to follow up on is that, and also try to negotiate a price with this guy, and then set up a time for delivery when some of us Rotarians can be there.
Right.
It may be a warmer day.
Of course.
Today would have been nice.
Yeah. Does the community garden have that whole plot? Is that theirs to use as they see fit?
It belongs to the town of Spruce Pine, so I think they have permission from the town council to put the garden in there. I'm not sure if they have boundaries or limits, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that they've got the whole place. Come to think of it, we probably need to check with the town.
And then we were talking about putting a plaque on there, donated by. Where would we be able to get a plaque? Is there somebody here locally that we could get that from?
I can get a plaque.
Okay.
Decide.
Within the club.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
We've got a plaque guy, but no dentist to remove the plaque.
You need to go back on mute, Marvin. That's bad. That's a groaner.
Marvin's getting bored.
Yeah.
Marvin gets good viewing when he's watching the teeth of their eyes.
Yeah, well,
look at the mouth.
My father was a dentist, but I told him I aimed a little higher. So
Yeah.
That's a good one. You're on a roll, Marvin. Need one more. I think this is excellent. I think this is a great, it's not necessarily a project, but it's certainly something that will benefit the community, you know, lines up with what we've done in the past at the Rotary Park, and really contribute, I think, to some good use there. So thank you for bringing it up or finding it, Marvin, and bringing it to the club.
How did the need arise for the shed?
She gave a program. What is the gal's name? Anyway, she gave a program to us on Zoom. I guess it was back in maybe before Christmas. And at any rate, she mentioned that some of their needs were having a shed, their wish list, so to speak, was that. And then George brought it back up to us. And so George prompted us, and he's also the one that found the pre-constructed sheds for a reasonable price too.
That's awesome. I think it's a great project.
Yeah. I didn't mean to leave you out, George. Thank you.
No, hey, we're all in this together. Trust us. If it falls over or something, just forget that I was involved.
I think that one of the good things about this is we've got something to let the community know that we're still alive when we put this ad in the paper. I think that's definitely worth what it would cost, Cindy, to put that out there, to let people know that, you know, we're doing something positive and, you know, trying to collaborate too.
Right. And then they can I'll just put a return address in there. They can send their checks to the PO box, right? We don't want to put a phone number in there, probably.
Yeah, you want to have them make the checks out to to the foundation, Spruce, Rotary Club of Spruce Pine Foundation.
Okay.
It's gonna be similar to the ad we had when we did that $1,200.
Right. Okay. All right.
And maybe what's his name? What's his name? Cody? Kobe? What's
Corey.
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 Maybe he could tie that into a little story for the garden, saying,
Right.
Mitchell Community Gardens are going to do blah, blah, blah. And then link, tie our little advertisement into their article.
Yeah. I'll contact him anyway because they don't have an ad person yet, I don't believe. So I'll just send it right to Corey. He's a Rotarian anyway. He just doesn't ever come to our meetings. So
Right.
I'll remind him of that too.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's coming up on that season for the garden, and they should be starting their early seed planting and so forth. So we do need to go ahead and get this in, I guess, for them. And so maybe we can get that done here no later than end of March or middle of March.
Right. I'll put something together and get it for next week's paper and see if they can do it that quick, but either next week or the week after. So.
Well, I think we don't have to, as George said, we don't have to have the money to move forward with it. It'd just be nice if we had something comes in to replace it, so we don't have to wait on that.
Right.
And I'm just a little concerned with, as I recall, when we had the barbecuers, their trailers back over in that area, it was pretty soft, and getting the trucks in and out got pretty messy. So we'd want to try and do something, if we could, find a drier time to have this delivered. So it doesn't.
Are frozen.
And that could be in the floodplain.
Frozen,
so
yeah. I'm sorry, Cindy.
I said, or it could be in a floodplain. I can remember when we had that bad flood before that's why I think nothing can be built over there. So if it's something that can be, built up higher, it might be better.
You might want to put it up 2 blocks high instead of 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there used to be house trailers in there, and that's what they cleaned out before they made it into what it is now. They cleaned out, as said, it was floodplain.
Okay. Excellent.
I've seen the water up above the ball fence there, so I don't think we could block it up high enough to protect it completely.
Yeah, that gets a lot of water.
Yeah.
Hope we won't see those anytime soon.
I know.
So do we need to ask, Marvin, are you going to ask Darlene if we can do that? Or is that something that the garden people should do?
Well, I think that's Eve Kindly is the gal's name I finally remembered. I think I'll ask Eve to, and we'll both maybe contact the town board, or actually I think Darlene is the manager.
Yeah, city manager.
Town manager, right. So we'll get that done. I don't think there's going to be a problem, but we should check that off.
Yes. Okay.
Good.
All right. We didn't say hello earlier, but Arch, good seeing you. I think we'd said hello to everybody else that had joined us. We hadn't said hello to you.
I kind of snuck in and just eavesdropped.
Stay awake.
Well, I better, because I just went on driving mode somehow, but I'm back out of it now.
No.
Excellent. Well, anything else on club business?
Yeah, I got an email from Reed. He said something about the Adopt a Highway. The contract was up, and he was going to get some signatures, and he needed a secondary contact, so I sent my number for him. And so that's about all I know on it.
I don't know that there's been many of trash pickups, with COVID and everything, but and I read it in here, but I don't remember the section of highway that we have. It's right. I know they always stop at Boyd's fish restaurant and assemble there and then go both directions. But do you remember how much of the highway we have?
One mile.
We cover about a mile north and south of that area.
It's a long distance.
Yeah. So the last one we did, it was during the COVID time. So we were socially distanced on the other side of the road from each other.
It goes from Bowles Cabinets to Wing Road is the section we have. And I think we've had it close to 30 years now.
Yeah. But we don't have the little sign up there, do we? I don't think I've seen the sign.
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's still up there, yeah.
There's a sign on both ends of the stretch.
I drive that all the time going into the clinic and
Where's
I'm
your glasses,
observant,
Chuck?
aren't I? Goodness. Been a snake, it would have bit me, as they say. Well, I think, yes, we definitely want to move forward with that. We don't want to stop that and continue with it.
And,
Anything else?
Like Nelson said, it is something you could do with no problem with social distancing and all, because everybody kind of separates. So all you do is just pick your bag and equipment out of the bag of Reed's pickup or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So your social distance, it's about as safe, I think, a thing as you can do for a project.
Really don't even have to wear a mask while you're doing it, except when you get together at the end and the beginning. Okay, well, we want to roll into Ace of Spades.
Chuck, I had one idea. I got my COVID check the other day, and just like the first time around, COVID hasn't affected me financially at all. And I'm sure there's people out there can't pay their rent or whatever. So if anybody in the club knows somebody that needs some help, I'd be glad to hear about it.
Well, thank you, Arch. Appreciate that. I don't know that do we ever receive those type of requests? Probably not to the club, but maybe to some individual hear about it.
Yeah, we spent out all that money. We had what, like a little over $3,000, wasn't it, Robin? You're on mute.
It was actually,
You're on mute again.
Yep.
Back on mute.
and on the space bar. It was about $5,000, and we gave out all but about $200 over, the time since we collected. So.
And we may be getting some more. That's, depends on what Congress does. They're fighting how much more they want to put in our pockets, I guess. So that'd be a good use of that. We'll have to keep that in mind. All right, well, Ace of Spades, anybody that's not signed up, need to sign up? We lost Tim, didn't we?
Yeah.
He slipped out when we were talking about the shed.
Yeah. There's
I
Mr.
can't
Glover.
hold the space bar down and shuffle these numbers at the same time. Okay, rolling out here.
Oh, and one quick thing, Tina had sent out a video, and Nelson put that on a link on this, the announcement of today's meeting. So, yeah, Tina, you want to tell us about that real quick?
Yeah, well, actually, I forgot it was Club Assembly, so I was trying to think of a program idea, but I just came across that from our local district. It's a little couple years old, or not, it's almost a year old now, I meant to say, just when COVID was beginning, but it was just a really neat video. So, the link was sent to you, so take a few minutes and check it out if you'd like. It's just a good feel-good moment.
Yeah. We need those. We need happy moments.
Number 9, which is Bill Carson again. Didn't he win last week?
But it was a small prize.
Well, I mean, you got to draw. You just didn't draw the ace.
No, it wasn't this. Well, I guess it was.
Anyway,
Alex's signals got wrong, and I missed it.
Well, you play so many times, you forget.
Okay, start spinning the cards, Alex.
They're spinning.
Okay, keep going. There's just too many of them.
They're a bunch.
Whoa, 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 right there. Yeah,
This
okay.
one- Hey, Bill, you want to play 50 card pickup?
You'll be picking them up, Alex.
Yeah,
That wouldn't work, would it?
It worked for Bill, not for you.
Well, we
Okay,
can burn that
no,
one.
I demand a recount. I think I won.
There's like
You're a winner, Bill.
$7 in there. Has it been 2 weeks or
Okay,
3?
add 5 to the account.
Now you're
Not
on the
the card.
permit.
No, this is all. the
Okay.
way. All
Anybody
signed.
else got cart dollars today?
Yeah, throw me in for 5.
As well as me, please.
Y'all know that Nelson, Glenn, Tina, Bill, and Janie are permanently on that list.
Yep.
So they put in 5 every week.
And we've seen Mr. Glenn, but we haven't heard from Glenn today.
No, he's not said anything.
Yeah.
It's on mute too.
I was gonna say, oh, yeah, I'm here. And Jay's off at the grocery store. She just actually got back, but, yeah, it's, just waiting for, hopefully we'll get these, COVID tests.
Yeah. Actually, we did hear from you because you put the happy dollar in for the wind blowing off your driveway.
Your
So I
snow.
take that
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, so. All right, well, anything else, folks?
While we're not getting, go ahead, Arch.
The health department just called me during this thing and scheduled my second shot. So that all seems to be working.
Sweet.
Great.
My comment was that Barbara and I are both getting our second shots tomorrow, so I'll give a report next week on how much pain we've incurred.
I think as Arch recommended, you just take your pain relievers after the shot, right, Arch?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So, and then there's some people that are getting a little stomach upset. And so there's a recommendation for maybe Pepsid. Is that what you'd say, Arch?
That would do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're starting to feel that, take a Pepsid and then also the Tylenol afterwards. So.
Good advice.
All right. Well, we will close with and Nelson, thank you for putting it in the message today, the 4-way test.
Yeah, I think we'll keep that in there as something to use.
Yeah. So so we'll close with the 4-way test of the things we say, do, and think. And it's number 1, is it the truth?
Truth.
Is it
fair to all concerned?
Will
it build goodwill
and better friendship?
And will it be
beneficial to all
concerned?
All
Good
right.
seeing everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Be safe.
Bye next week. Stay safe.
Oh, and go Chiefs. Go Chiefs. We got the Super Bowl this weekend.
That's right.